What's going on, everybody? This is a segment from the Nerdgasm Talk podcast. If you like podcasts, well, why don't you come join us as the crew gets silly and Philly while we sit to talk about the latest in comics, games, movies, and all things pop culture. You guys can listen to our whole show on all the podcasts apps. We're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever you guys get your podcasts from. And make sure you guys also support the channel by subscribing to the Nerd Coalition Studios. And for the gaming needs, make sure you subscribe to Nerd Coalition Level Up. This is the Nerd Coalition. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. And now, feel the nerd.
So, speaking of a plan, Sony has a plan.
Yep.
And their plan is with Spider-Man. They said, hey, y'all want Miles to be the next Spider-Man? And I'm saying because y'all better be careful. Miles is knocking on the door.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, he's knocking on the door.
I just want to say this. We're in a generation where we have two Spider-Mans now. So to the point where we can say Spider-Man and people be like, which one?
Yeah.
On Saturday, I was with my family. And I told my grandma I saw Spider-Man. She said, which one? And I was like, we here. We made it. We made it. we made it.
It is hitting because on the weekend I went to a funeral and then I went to Comic-Con, which was not the same like it was when we was going to Comic-Con, bro. It was very disappointing and very depressing.
Mm-hmm.
And my body was breaking down and I was just like, I gotta be able to take my son. I promised to be going to the movie to see Spider-Verse because I had to drive and I had to drive back home. I didn't get home till 6:30.
Mm-hmm.
The movie was at 7.
Mm.
So I came home, dropped off my daughter, dropped off my wife, had to go in there and barely even change clothes. It got cold Saturday night too.
Yeah, it did.
Saturday night. Couldn't even change clothes. I came back in there. I said, I'm not buying anything from the theater. So if you want some, take it. Because I'm not doing it. Not tonight. All this unnecessary money I spent today, no.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't even doing that. So even with the Regal membership, I said, no, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. So we got there. Let me tell you something. My body was just like, hey, you're in a comfortable chair. The lights are off. Take a nap. I said, I'm not closing my eyes on this movie. I'm not closing my eyes on this movie. Do you hear me? I ain't closing my eyes on this movie. So this is the movie experience section of the podcast. We are going to be talking about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Miles Morales Spider-Man, the follow-up to the 2018 hit Into the Spider-Verse. Usually swag gets Sony the hell up out of here. But you know what I'm saying? But for some reason, it's like they hitting on this, and I'm glad they all is hitting on Miles.
Look, Phil and Lord. Is that their name? Phil Lord and Miller?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I
I haven't seen the second Lego movie, but from every movie I've seen from them, it's been great.
Oh, the Lego was is excellent.
The first one, I didn't see the second one.
The second was pretty good. Even Lego Batman. I don't know if he did Lego Batman.
Lego Batman was amazing.
Yeah, wasn't it?
That was so good.
So here's what we're going to do, because there's a lot to talk about in this movie. Mm-hmm. A lot. First off, I'm going to be fair. I'm going to give you guys, the first part is going to be our non-spoiler. Okay? But we're going to talk about the spoilers. We're going to get up into this.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the good. I want to talk about some things that, because I'll be honest with you, it's nitpicking, but it's there of some things that may be bad about the movie. Our final grade, there, we're going into the spoilers.
Gotcha.
And if you guys are still stuck here after that, then I can't help you. Yeah. But after we have seen Miles sit there and him and the other versions of Spider-Man go meet and say the Spider-Verse and things like that, now it's been like 1 year since those events happening. Right now, Miles got bigger and hair has grown, and then he's really taking on to being Spider-Man. Like, I'm Brooklyn Spider. It ain't no other Spider-Man here. This is me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so I'm loving that. And but now there's a new threat, but we don't know he's really a threat yet. and there has been something that has disrupted the canon, which we'll talk about later. And now Miles goes to the Spider-Verse and meets a whole new array of Spider-Man, which I think is some excellent casting.
Yeah.
By the way. And then now and then we also get Miguel 2099, Spider-Man 2099 in this movie as well. So let's start off right now. What were some of the good things without spoiling it just yet?
Yep.
Some of the good things that you really enjoyed about Across the Spider-Verse.
Big one, the pacing. This movie didn't feel like the length it was. And I could have sat for 4 hours of this.
Yeah.
I could have sat for it as long as possible. The score and the soundtrack, incredible.
Excuse me.
The art style, they doubled down on it. Like
Okay.
I didn't think
it was crisp, wasn't it?
I didn't think they could get better, and then they did. And it's like incredible, like how much like they leveled up since then.
Yeah.
The characters, the how they expanded on the characters that we met in the first movie into this movie, incredible. Like it's so many good. I don't want to like take up the whole time, but there's a lot of good in this movie that I think I was like this. It was almost unbelievably good.
So one of the things that was good, I'll add my good to the list also, is the culture.
Yeah.
I love that this movie was very unapologetic to Black culture and Hispanic culture as well.
Yeah. Most of the cast was POC.
Yeah, exactly. Which is something that I really love about him. I say, okay, this is Spider-Man and how he would be, you know, in us.
Yeah.
You know?
Anybody could be Spider-Man, and it really showed that.
Exactly. And I also liked how this movie is, you know, Miles' story, but we got a good background in the Gwen Stacy.
I feel like she was almost more the main character than Miles was in certain aspects.
On certain aspects of it, yes. I also that this movie actually made me to some point like Gwen Stacy more. Because remember, I wasn't a big Gwen Stacy person at all. I was just like,
I didn't know that.
I was like, yeah, no. She'd have joined and got a neck snap. You know what I'm saying? Because he couldn't catch it in time. You know what I'm saying? It was some evil crap like that. And I was like, Spider-Man 3 did no favors for Gwen Stacy. But I'm just saying, so I was just like, but this movie out here, I was just like, man, this is some good writing here. Like we was very animated in our theater.
Yeah.
So the culture about it, the animation style, it's just brilliant. I'm telling y'all, it's way better than the first one. And I don't even know how they did that because it was great in the first one.
Right.
Yeah, but this animation style here, man, it's clean. And one thing I like about movies also is just the drama of it.
Yeah.
We got a lot of superhero stuff. We're going to get the superhero stuff. We're going to get the kicking. We're going to get the punching. We're going to get the action. We're going to get all that stuff. But to build like drama, to make me care about a character and what they're going through, I think this movie did it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It had the same amount of heart that the last one had.
Yes. That's a good word you put in heart, especially when it comes to, and okay, you know, we ain't gonna spoil it, but there's a ton of surprises in the movie.
Yeah.
Ton of surprises. Some I saw coming, some I did not see coming, and some I was just like, okay. And it's amazing because it's like certain Spider-Man got their own art style.
Yeah, that's I think the first one had that as well. Each character was rendered completely different.
I was like, that is amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
It brings more to the verse of it. Like this is a multiverse.
Yeah.
It brought a lot more to that. It made it feel fresh.
And like I said now, y'all, I'm not saying people are forgetting about Peter Parker, but Miles is knocking on that door.
Oh yeah.
As Spider-Man right now.
Right.
And I'm like I said, we had a point now where you'd be like, Spider-Man, you'd be like, which one are you talking about?
Right.
Yeah, I get that. And it's like there's a Spider-Man for everybody almost. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I think the main problem with Peter Parker that we've gotten a lot with Peter Parker is that everybody was afraid to let Peter Parker grow up.
Yeah.
He is now a parent. He has a child. Get him out of the high school. We have Miles that could deal with that teenager stuff. Plus more because he's a POC. He's a Black and Hispanic character. He will deal with much more than what Peter will deal with. So, especially in the teenage life, in this generation. So, let Peter grow up. Let him be a man. And then we have Miles to usher in like the next generation.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I just think I was like, whoo, this thing is just touching on all levels.
Right.
Now, if there are something like there may be some things that you probably did. I don't know. It could be reaching. I say, but are there any things about the movie that you did not like?
There's not a. It's hard to say what I didn't like. The only nitpick I have, and it was more towards the experience of it. This, I'm not sure for you, but it seemed like the volume in the beginning of the movie, when Gwen was talking, seemed low. Like it wasn't mastered right. Like it was very hard to hear her talking over the music.
You know what? To be honest with you, I never took it as an audio problem because I just thought it was the assholes that was talking in the theater. Because we had a couple of them, and I was just like, please, the movie has started. Can y'all please stop?
Funny thing, I was sitting next to two dudes like talking. I was like, come on, like,
this is Spider-Verse y'all watching right now. Come on now, man.
He's sitting there giving them a pop quiz on it. I'm like, we watch it and you'll get your answers.
Exactly.
Who that?
Well,
You're about to find out.
Yeah, I said, bro, this ain't house party.
But no, apparently online there was people talking about the volume issues. Okay. So this is a known thing that I'm pretty sure they could just just throw it in DLC patch. They'll fix it. Like everything's digital now. You don't gotta carry those big giant, film reels. We could just send the file in to probably get that. That was the main gripe that I had. But other than the quality of the movie, I can't really. There really is none.
So some of my issues were, number one, it still makes my skin crawl about the whole teenager in my feelings thing, because there was a part where Gwen was talking to, Miles's parents, and I was just like, sis, I ain't got time for you to be in your feelings. Please tell me the information I need to know.
I know what you're talking about.
I was like, sis, I don't got time for this, and you look like I can kick your ass because you Spider-Woman right now.
I'll get to that probably I know what you mean, but
when we talk spoilers, we'll definitely get into that.
I understand both sides. You're a parent, but you understand the parent a lot more than I do. Yeah, I understand the other side, so I know exactly what part you're talking about.
I was like, come on. That's how anxious I was in the theater. Yeah. When you said that you thought the pacing was pretty good, I thought actually on some things kind of dragged a little bit.
Are you talking about the first third of the movie before we get into?
Before we get to India.
Okay, so I feel like this is spoiler, so I don't want to. I feel like we're about to. I don't want to slip.
I'm trying to keep this as very vague as possible. Yeah. There are some pacing issues, which I feel as though it doesn't ruin the movie for me. Like I said, I could stay there for another 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? But there was certain things that to the point I was like, wait a minute, like what time of the movie are we in right now? Right. Like I did check my phone.
I know what you're talking about because I had the same thing. Yeah. But I'll wait till we,
Yeah. So those things, and I think those are pretty much really the nitpicks. Something else can come up when I talk to them about spoilers, but those are more of the nitpicks I had. But guys, right now, Spider-Verse, this movie will have you on the edge of your seat. Mm-hmm. It'll make you emotional. Yep. It'll make you happy. Yep. It will. You may get animated at the end. Yep. So I'm just saying that.
Even throughout the movie with the Easter eggs and all that.
Yeah, the Easter, like I said, we're going to talk about that in the spoilers thing right now, because right now, I need to know, Swag, is this right now, or do we have a recency bias? Is this your favorite Spider-Man movie right now?
Without a doubt, yes. This took everything I love about Into the Spider-Verse and not only doubled down on it, but it made it distinct enough for it to be like completely different from the first.
Yes.
To where I could watch this movie on its own and not have to watch Into the Spider-Verse to watch this.
Exactly.
We could probably do a ranking later.
Okay. Oh, well, we can do a rank. We definitely do a ranking later. But as of right now, going into this, because I will always have a place in my heart for Spider-Man 2.
Mhm.
And then I saw No Way Home, and I was like, whoa.
Now, I remember you text me saying, is this better than No Way Home?
Because
Now,
I'm a huge fan of No Way Home, boy.
the problem with No Way Home, it's a movie theater movie.
Yeah.
It is strictly a movie. I have not watched that movie outside the theater.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I've seen clips, and I'm like, this is such an awkward pause here, and you could tell there was for a crowd reaction.
Yeah.
And it was like, it just felt weird. So that movie is just a movie theater movie. I put Spider-Man 2 above it still. Above No Way Home.
I've been torn, but then I was just came and I was like, now, y'all got some work to do. And I think they did the work.
Yeah,
they
and also, can we give Andrew Garfield his third movie? Like, let every Spider-Man just get a complete trilogy, please. Throw him into Venom. Something.
For that, fair. Every Spider-Man is getting a trilogy or has gotten a trilogy except for Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can give him that.
Just I got the Amazing Spider-Man show.
Yeah. I was saying, but yeah, because that Spider-Man was struggling, bro. I'll just say it. So but
he was struggling.
Yeah, it was struggling, and the way you look at it, it's like, boy, we got Miles making us money right now. So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But so I think obviously there's no secret when it comes to Spider-Man across the Spider-Verse. For me, and I'm pretty sure Swag, it's a complete nerdgasm.
Can
we agree on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody that says less is a liar. Like,